as you guys might be able to see, I have already done my foundation and obviously these bad boys. I used the Laura Mercier Double Wear Foundation and I've really blended it in. So I am wearing sort of a lot more makeup than I typically would, but whatever. I've also done some highlighting on my cheeks with a light concealer. So this is the gorgeous Camouflage Cover Cream in light neutral, which is awesome. So I've just popped that on my cheekbones to make them a little bit lighter. I have concealed. I think I'm going to powder. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder. This is in medium. Taking a big fluffer brush, tapping that onto the thing, tapping off the excess, and then just really lightly brushing that on my face. I also got my tea in my little lint cup. How cute is it? I love it. Can you see the steam? Probably not. I can. Alright, I'm going to go in and do some contouring with my NARS Laguna bronzer. I'm using my Hakuhodo angled contour brush, which is amazing. Focusing that there. Like so. And that is really going to help me blend it out. So it's focusing on the cheekbones, and then the bits that don't have the powder on it is going to really help it to blend, which is always really good. But yeah, you want to make sure you get off a lot of the excess or you're going to have really nice warrior stripes. So going in just underneath my cheekbone in circular motions. Up to my temple, to my baby hair, and up into my forehead because I have a massive forehead. Also, because I've got quite a sort of big jaw area here, I want to make sure that I contour this bit as well. That way it's going to try and sort of hide that pointy jawline a little bit better. But you want to make sure it's going in the same direction as your contour on your cheeks, under your cheekbones. A bit under the chin. And on my forehead. Perfect, all done. I'm going to start off with an eye prime. I'm using the Australis Eyeshadow Primer. Popping that one onto my eyelids. This is going to help my makeup stay on a lot longer. Just put it all over the lid, primarily on the lid, and then you can sort of blend it up as well with your finger. So, romp first off. I'm just going to pop that on my lid, but I'm going to focus it more so on just this area here where my pinky is. I'm then going to go woodwinked here, and then I'm going to blend it out and then put my shroom in the middle. So may as well get started. So this is a Ray Morris one. Any of the ones with sort of like the wooden handle and the gold, they're Ray Morris brushes. This is a number 11 medium oval shadow. So I'm getting my rump, really pressing that in. That's really going to pick up the powder. Got my rump on my brush. Just going to place it right here. That's it, as you can see. I love golds with my eyes because they tend to bring out my eye colour a lot more than any other colours do. Generally because they do have like an orangey tint, and orange complements blue eyes the best. There's a tip for you. So next I'm going to go in with Woodwinked, which is this one here. Putting that on the other side of my brush, which is this side here. Doing the same thing, really working it in to the brush and then popping it on the back of my hand just to make sure that it's really getting into the bristles. Then I'm going to pop that half over the top of what I've already done, and sort of more so in the centre. But still leaving this bit here because I'm going to go over with another colour. So next up I'm taking my Twinks eyeshadow. This one here, these are all from MAC by the way. Beautiful, beautiful colours. Then I'm going to use another Ray Morris brush. This is the Chiseled Smudger, number 12. Same thing, I'm really going to pack that onto my brush. So it's really packed on there. Popping on the back of the hand, really working it in. And then tapping off any excess. Now for this one I'm popping this right in the bottom corner. Now you don't want to bring it too far down. The angle that you want to make sure you do is the bottom lash line, the angle of that up to your brow, and you don't want to put any eyeshadow past there, otherwise it's going to start to bring your eyes down, which you really don't want to do. Just popping it in the outer corner. And I'm just bringing this into the crease. So when my eyes are open, you want to pop it just in your crease, stopping about there. So then when you look down, you can see that there is that eyeshadow sort of mapped out there, and that's when you can sort of look down and start working from that. So you make sure you don't want to go anywhere past that point. Now, because I have quite a small space between sort of my crease line and my eyebrow, I really don't want to be going any further up than that, because when I do blend, that's going to sort of make the colour go up a little bit. So now I'm going in with another one of my Ray Morris brushes, and this is the number 8 medium precision shader. Really beautiful brush, perfect for getting into your crease and blending out your crease. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the tiniest amount of the Twinks colour on my brush, just to the tiniest bit on the tip, and make sure you really tap off the excess. It's just going to help it to blend a little bit more. And you just really want to map out and blend what you've just done. I like to do sort of small circular motions. I'm sort of blending it out this way as well, just into my Woodwinked and my Romp eyeshadows. What I'm going to do now to help my blending is I'm going to get my Temp 2 translucent powder. I'm going to pop a tiny bit of that on the back of my hand, like so. Get a sort of fluffy brush on this one. So this is another Ray Morris brush. Popping that on the tip, tapping off the excess. Why did I get this brush? It's way too big, but it's going to brush that just here. This is stupid. I don't even know why I got this brush. Get a much smaller brush than this. I don't know why I did that. But that's definitely going to help to blend everything in. Yeah. Was supposed to be going for something like that, but for some reason I grabbed that. I don't know why. Get something like that and do it with that one. I'm going in with the colour that I had on this brush, which is the colour that I've put here. And I'm just going to continue the line, this line here, and just follow that along. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight really quickly, taking the Shroom colour, which is this one here. I'm going to take a pointed brush. This is a MAC 219, sort of like a pencil or a bullet brush, some people call it. Popping that on the tip of the brush and then placing this in the inner corner of my eye and sort of taking it under here as well. You want to make sure that you blend that in with all the other colours. I'm going to grab this brush again. I'm going to take this brown colour here from my Inglot palette. Once again, just putting that on the very tip of the brush. I don't want to go in and like roll it around, just on the very tip. Excess. And then we're going to do the same kind of thing that we did with the brush before. We're just going to pop this in the crease, but I don't want to blend it up anymore. I'm just darkening the crease a little bit. So now I'm going to do some blending so it's not so harsh. I've put a little bit of translucent powder on this to help it blend out a little bit. So you don't want to be blending it up too much, otherwise it's going to go into this area. I want to keep that nice and clean. So I'm really focusing just on where the line is. I'm just trying to soften that line a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, I have a really, really bright colour which is absolutely amazing. This one's called Amber Lights and it's a really high shimmer, very, very sort of orangey undertone, very golden. It's absolutely stunning. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this brush here and I'm going to pop this right in the centre of my eyelid. And just in the centre. and it's just going to sort of give, as you can see, sort of the difference. It's just made that colour pop out a little bit, and it's really making my eyes stand out, I think. I'm going to go back with this beautiful brush here, and I'm just going to blend all of that in. I'm now going to line my eyes with a black gel liner. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Eye Studio. To be honest, I'm not a massive fan of this. I mean, it's okay, but I feel like it dries out ridiculously quickly. I'm going to grab my liner brush. This is the Perfect Eyeliner by Ray Morris. Now I want to do a really thin line because, I mean, I've done all of this work on my eyeshadow. I really don't want my eyeliner to be the main focus. I want the eyeshadow to be the main focus. So going in, and sorry if I go out of focus for this one. I'm now going to go and put on some lashes for you guys, and then I'll come back and do the blush, the highlighting and the lids. Okay, so I've just finished my eyes. I pretty much went over with my curler, curled my lashes, popped on some fake eyelashes. I used the Red Cherry number 503s. Yes, I glued them on. I then went over with my mascara. I couldn't remember what that was called for a second. Mascara. And then I re-lined my lashes as well. So now I'm going to get on to highlighting and blush. This will take 2 seconds. So I'm going to use my Gorgeous Cosmetics Prism Highlighter in Summer. It's this really, really beautiful golden kind of highlighter. I'm only going to be using the first sort of few rows here, just because that's kind of the colour that I want to go for. I'm popping it on my Deluxe Kabuki Ray Morris brush, tapping off the excess, and then I'm just going to pop this on top of my cheekbones and bring it up towards my temple in a C shape. Make me look a little bit more glowing. For blush, I'm going to use Melody Mix, which is really dark, and I'm only going to put a tiny bit of that on. So tap off the excess, just to give it that extra bit of colour. So I really want to go for like the glowing, really healthy kind of look. Perfect. Now for lips, I'm going to go something really quite natural, a bit of pink. So I'm going Angel from MAC. Beautiful colour here. I'm almost out of this one. I just think it's really natural. Look at that, I got my teeth. Popping that there. That is it for my makeup look. Definitely a lot more detailed than I would usually wear for work. I never have this much time in the morning to do it. But I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!